Ah. I forgot how peaceful and serene this fucking main theme is. It's glorious! Damn glorious, I tell you. Serious. Fuck. I love it. I love it so much. I love the battle theme too. Hell, I love all the music in this game. Almost all the music. I absolutely do not love the marching parade music. That does fucking suck. But what can you do about that? Is my volume really low by any chance? I'm not sure if it is or not. If my mic volume appears a bit lower than usual, then I'm going to have to go fix that. I was messing with the settings, so it's likely that it will be a bit low. So if you can't hear what I'm saying, then I will go and turn that down. So just let me know how you're feeling about the mic volume. What am I even doing? Why am I even doing this fucking... Why am I even bothering to do this fight? Like, serious, why'd I even bother? I have no idea. Sorry about that. So that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for Chimera, last I remember. We were running around here trying to find it, trying to get it to spawn. We've got the Chocobo lure materia because it only appears... Alright, we got it. Now we just need to survive. Oh, it's... wrong one. Fuck. Shit me. That's some shitty luck right there. We got a Chocobo to appear and it wasn't the right fucking one. Alright, we got another one. Come on, come on, come on. Nope. Wrong. Now to get 2 in a row, that is some seriously shitty luck. But we will get there eventually. I know it. And you know it. It's about persistence. You just gotta have faith that it will all work out in the end. You just gotta hope that everything will be fucking fine. Everything will be fucking dandy. So long as we find the goddamn chimera. It's here somewhere. I know it is. I found it before. It's here. It's definitely here. It's just being a bitch. And the reason I'm so hung up on it is I'm pretty sure this is like the only area in the game where it appears, so... I'm not sure how you'd ever find it without a guide, though. Some serious luck, I suppose. Maybe with a fully upgraded chocobo materia this is a lot easier, I don't know. But it certainly ain't appearing very often. Oh, you are here. Took a while. I guess you had stuff to do. I've got a great story to tell you about my night, by the way. And my job. Because something's up. Something's up big time. What's happening? Yeah, well that's just it. Like, the scariest fucking shit ever. So I work for a tutoring school, right? We teach kids from the ages of like 12 to 18, right? You know that. You know I'm working in a school like that. And it's a small place, it's independently run and independently owned. So it's pretty good. Like, there's 2 branches. And the one in my town is obviously the one that I'm working at most of the time. There's another one in the other town over. But we're so good, actually, that other tutoring schools... So I've been told, other tutoring schools send agents over, what my boss calls spies. They send them over to collect data and collect information under the guise of being teachers, and then they go to where they were hired from and they divulge the information to them and they adopt it into their own curriculum. Now, I know that sounds insane, but one of the teachers that was working there before I got there, that I did meet, was revealed to in fact be one of these agents. And so since that point, my boss has gotten completely fucking paranoid. He has gone over the fucking top insane. He thinks that he caught her spilling ink on the floor to try and ruin his carpet, and that she was deliberately teaching badly so that the kids' grades would drop and our reputation would suffer, and all sorts of shit like this. And he reckons he's caught people lurking outside, and Eris is gonna die. Oh no, she's not. Awesome. Yeah, so there's that. And then there's the problem that, of course, now that he's so fucking paranoid about places which are actually run by, he reckons, Yakuza agents are sending people over to spy on his school. So I am obviously the next one on his list. Now, I'm getting a pretty good gig at the moment, and he wants to basically give the place to me so that I can make a lot of money. Which, of course, I would be happy to do. And it would cement my place in the country if I could run my own, like, business. Right? Education business. But, of course, before he does something as important as that, he needs to make damn sure that I'm not a double agent. And I know it sounds fucking ridiculous, I know. So he's doing these things, and he's now got in his head that one of the teachers working here, I'm in too deep now. I can't run away now, I'm in too deep. I moved houses to be, like, right next door. Like, this is my chance to get in. I'm not going to have another chance like this, so I have to put up with it. But he's now got in his head that another teacher that works here is spying. So anyway, he gave the key to the school to me today, and he said, I'm not going to be here tonight. I want you to run the place for me for the night. And I'm like, holy shit, this is like my big opportunity. This is like my big opportunity to be like a big fucking player and get in good here. So obviously I took that opportunity. When someone gives you a massive business opportunity, you don't turn it back. So of course I agreed. And the teacher he suspects of being an agent came in, and he asked for my instant messenger account. And of course I said, yeah, alright, like, there's no problem with that. You can have my fucking instant messenger if you like. Because how do you say no to someone like that? Like, no, I think you are a Yakuza double agent. I'm sorry, I can't give you my contact details. So at first, I thought it was pretty suspicious though. At first he said that he wanted my Facebook, and I'm like, nah, I don't think that's appropriate. I'll give you my messenger instead. So I said that. But then I get a phone call. While we're doing that from my boss. And he calls me and he says, what are you talking to him about? What are you doing with the phone? Are you sending information somewhere? What are you doing? And he calls me while we're doing this. And I'm like, holy shit. He's fucking, like, he's watching me through the camera. Like, no shit. Like, we have a camera set up in the school, in the classroom, I suppose, so he can check that people aren't spying or spilling ink on his carpet. But yeah, he calls me up while we're doing this, and he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, holy shit, he just asked for my messenger. What the fuck? Like, how can you see me? Like, you're watching me through the fucking cameras. That's creepy as shit. So then he's like, that's really fucking suspicious. I don't know what I think about that. I'm like, what? So, no shit. Oh, here we go, we spawned. I'm like, no shit, today wasn't a business opportunity at all. Today was just a setup. It was a fucking trap. It was a fucking trap to see if I was spying on him or not, and if I was colluding with this guy. Like, no shit. It was a fucking trap. He seriously set me up. And now, I don't know what to do. Like, is he trying to fuck me up? Like, what is going on? And that is scary as shit. But anyway, yeah, that's what happened tonight. There we go, ice leveled up. Exactly, Yakuza. It's fucking white collar crime, but like taken to the extreme. Yeah, apparently they all like own tons of tutoring schools, and that it's totally like legit. Like it's known like throughout the community that they own the places, but they still send their kids there. It's crazy. But yeah, like the Japanese in general are nowhere near as fucking scared of Yakuza as us Western people are, because they just mingle with the everyday folks. They don't see it as being a threat. But obviously, being foreign, I'm a pretty easy target to exploit and extort. So that's the sort of shit I have to look out for. And now I've got to put up with paranoia from my boss, who thinks I'm spying on his school for someone, which I'm not. I can tell you right now, I'm not doing anything like that. I've never been to another fucking school, except for when I was looking for jobs. I did get a few interviews with places, but they all rejected me, because my Japanese wasn't good enough. So yeah, I mean, that's all the experience I've had with these places, and he thinks I'm spying on them. Like, what the fuck? Well, I came all the way from another country, halfway across the world, to spy on your school? Like, come on, man. Like, what do I have to do to prove to you that I'm not doing anything? And yeah, then he sets me up in a fucking trap, watching through the cameras to see if I'm doing anything. And he says it's really suspicious that I'm sharing information with him. And I'm like, I just added him on Messenger. Like, was that a bad thing to do? And he's like, I don't know, it's really suspicious. Like, what? He may not even be a spy. Like, what am I supposed to do? Tell him fuck off? Like, this could just be a normal guy You don't know he's spying. There's some weirdo side plot happening right now. And I don't mean in my own life, I mean here. I'm loving this overlaid GIF. You get it? You get what? Yeah, why did they burn the place down? Oh, really? Square were ahead of their time for a lot of shit, but I don't think FF7 was one of those times. Sometimes they say Shinra, sometimes they say Shinra Inc., and sometimes they say The Shinra. Not really sure what we're supposed to call them. Shinra Electric Company, yeah, there's that as well. That's sort of like the mundane name that they give themselves, like, for the everyday citizens. Oh, by the way, I bought an old used copy of Final Fantasy IV for the DS today. I'm pretty excited to play that. I'm hoping it's a lot better than the Nautilus. Yeah, this is very FF13. Oh, we don't have enough money for that. What do we have? 67.49. Don't know why they make it so fucking expensive. I think this Gold Saucer music and the Rufus Parade music are just absolutely terrible tracks, and they ruin an otherwise great soundtrack. Fiddle Chocobo. Not Surf Rock Chocobo. Because I think Surf Rock Chocobo is a great song. What's Fiddle Chocobo? Sounds a bit dirty. Who should we go with, by the way? Do you have a preference who we go with? If you don't pick someone to go with, we're going with Red 13. Chocobo theme on Gold Saucer race section. Yeah. Yeah, that's fucking terrible as well. Red? Okay. Reeve. That wouldn't be keeping his name much of a secret though, would it? This fortune telling is actually really good. He says he's shithouse, but he's actually decent. Look at this. He actually comes up with some pretty good shit. What you pursue will be yours, but you will lose something dear. What could that mean? I love that. Like, Cloud's like, hey, wait! And then he just runs into him, and then that's it. They're, like, together now. It's really clever. What's Cloud pursuing? Sephiroth, the Truth, the White Materia, a lot of things, really. Justice. He's just a boat on windy ocean? What are you talking about? No idea what that means. Sephiroth would never use a gun. Oh, so we're about to go to the prison. And look at this, like, barely dressed guy. Dio just doesn't like wearing clothes. I wouldn't mind actually fighting these robots. This song reminds me of Super Metroid. It's very similar. It's pretty shit that they reused this desert prison idea again in FF8. FF in same universes. I think though, like, it was originally envisioned that, like, they were all in the same universe. But they abandoned that around 6. I think if you really stretch your imagination, the first 5 games can all be put into the same universe, but once 6 came around, everything started going really fucking weird. And I know they try to shoehorn 7 and 10 into the same universe, but it just doesn't work, no matter how you look at it. We can't use the PHS right now, so we're going to have to leave what's his face in the party for the moment. But once we go in this house, we should be able to change party members. Cetra and Centra? What's Centra? I don't remember that. There's another man that got a gun grafted into one of his arms. Centra. Ancient civilization in FF8. Oh. Ah, that's right, yeah. They're the alien lot that were in what's it called? Yeah, I'm with you now. That big city with all the tubes destroyed by Lunacry. Yeah, it's coming back to me now. What's that bit? What's the gigantic fucking city with the tubes? Like the last place you go to? Isn't that what like the last remaining area for the Centra people? And then they built that city on top of it. I don't know. Every time I play FF8, like I immediately forget it like an hour later. Barrett's a pretty good dancer. They aren't much memorable. What is an FF8 or Centra? I always feel like a lot of FF games have like a lot of really good lore and backstory that we never really learn about. They always get sort of mentioned like once or twice, and then like there's whole backstories and lore that we never learn about, which is really annoying. Like, not that I'd be advocating more cutscenes, but just like sort of using some more, I don't know, fleshed out backstories and whatever would be nice. Alright, so we have to take Barrett. Which means Eris is coming with us. But before we do that, we have to unequip Red with his, we have to unequip Red's materia. Which we may actually not be able to fit. What should we equip here? Probably poison would be the best thing at the moment. Alright, so then we leave the room. There is an enemy skill here that I want to get. So before we do that though, or as we do that, I guess, I don't know. Nah, these guys ain't it. Just run away. Running away is really easy in this game. And here's something I never noticed, like the first few times I played this, is that you can actually sleep in the front of this truck. Look at this guy, big time roller. Oh no, not the chocobo race. Well, who's the boss then? If we're looking for his permission, we better go find him. I love Barrett's running away animation, by the way. Okay, so now what we have to do is we have to go find Dyne. And that's basically the reason why Barrett's forced into the party. But before we do that, we gotta go down here. You can actually get random encounters down here for some reason. If you just run around a bit. I thought you could. Maybe not. Oh, yep, you can. There we go. So if you do that, you can actually get random encounters. And we've got a pincer attack, so we're not actually able to escape. So how about that? Whoa, that did a fuck ton of damage. God damn it. So yeah, there you go. For some reason you can get random encounters at the bottom of the well. I'm not sure why. It's just something interesting. Well, then after that, this one has been shot too. There's a human being there, Cloud. Just treating him like a fucking item. And now we want to go the way to Dyne. But in order to get there, we have to follow a special path. And these are the guys I want. So these guys can use the Death Claw ability, which we want them to use. Oh, they've also got laser. So we want them to use that on Barret. Because this is the last time we're going to be able to get this skill for a while. So we have to take advantage of it now. If you would be so kind as to shoot a laser at Barret, I would be very appreciative. I'm not sure what a random well is, but yeah, you could be right. No, laser. Shoot your fucking laser. Now he's used all his fucking MP. You retard. Shoot me with a laser, you cocksucker. He may not be able to... Yeah, they can't use anything else. They just start using claws now. Retardos. Platinum Bangle, fuck yeah. Let's steal another one of those if we can. Come on, Cloud, you can do better than that. Steal the fucking thing. Just steal it. Oh, we stole it. Okay. We're good. Okay. So let's check out these platinum bangles then, see if they're worthwhile. If they aren't worthwhile, then what a waste of time that was. Now they have double growth, but you can only equip 2 of them. You can only equip 2 Materius, so it's not that useful, I guess, unless you really want to level them up. We can also go out into the desert and fight death worms, or sandworms, whatever they're called, but they're a fucking pain in the ass, and you don't get anything good for them, so... At the moment, I just want to get this laser enemy skill. Ah, come on. Give me a break. Oh shit, he stole my gun and then we ran away. Fuck. He fucking stole Vincent's gun. We were holding on to that for him. Oh well. There it goes. Stolen by some random gimp in the desert. That's the way it goes sometimes. Oh, the Matra Magic enemy skill we can also get. There we go, Barrett learned that. He did the little dance there. And Matra Magic will be very useful later. Oh, I'm about to hit Cloud. Wonder what we can steal from these guys. Yep, sorry about this, Cloud. Ow, there you go. Laser Barrett, yes! Okay, nice. We could have, but I didn't. That's the short of it. Did you try getting beta? Yeah, I did try doing that, but the first thing you have to do is you have to kill the Midgar Zolom, which at this level we're not strong enough to be able to do. And also he has an eject ability, and when I fought him, he ejected the person with the enemy skill equipped. So I just said, fuck it. There's no point trying it more than once. We'll just go back and get it later. It's only really possible on high level runs. Because if he casted it when he died, we wouldn't have been able to survive it. Unless we had someone with absorb fire elemental, but it's just not possible at this point, I don't think. So if you look at our magic, we now have Flamethrower, Laser, Matra Magic, Aqualung. So Laser just halves the opponent's HP, so it's not going to be useful on anything that is resistant to gravity. Didn't I just say that? That's what I said. We could survive it if we had a fire materia on elemental armor, but it's just not worth it at this point. We'll go back and get it later when it's easier. There's no point spending so much time trying to get it. Because we only really need it for the battle square, and we're not going to be doing the battle square until much later. I mean, we could try and get Omni Slash on Disc 2, which is what I usually do, the start of Disc 2, but there's no point on the stream. We'd have to grind forever to be able to get it, and I'd rather just get it when it's easy. We will have to get the W summon, though. In order to get W summon, we're going to have to pretty much play the battle square for a couple of hours, and to be able to do that, then beta is going to be very useful, but until that point we can just sort of leave it alone. I love how Barrett just took bullets to the chest right there. Huh? What? I'm with Barrett on this one, what? Dyne's emoing hard right now. Alright, let's do this one-on-one. I wonder if laser works on him. Nope, of course. This shit never fucking works on anyone. I love how we're just standing there shooting at each other. We're not like moving or trying to get away or anything. Hey, you were gone for a while. Doing this fight on a low level run was an absolute bitch. As in doing it on starting level. Pretty sure Barrett's starting level is like level 7. This was hard as fucking balls. Had to do a lot of RNG manipulation. And even now it's not easy. I'm going to have to use another high potion here. I wonder if we could just Aqualung him in the... Oh, he's dead. I was going to try using Aqualung, see how much damage that did. But he's Cactus. Barrett basically gets a free level up. Didn't this only happen 2 years ago? I think FF6 had some pretty intense one-on-one fights. But the most intense one, most intense one-on-one battle is in FF5 when Galuf goes up against Exdeath one-on-one, and he ends up getting his fucking ass handed to him, and Galuf actually dies after that fight. But spoilers. It's a really, really memorable moment where Galuf basically just completely holds his own against a fucking nightmare bringer of death. He's getting commeted in the face and he's still just standing there punching. It's pretty great. FF10 might be on Steam, but it's probably not on the Japanese Steam. I picked up the DS version of FF4. I'm going to be playing a bit of that, but it's got, like, it doesn't have any English options, so... Yeah, 9 is, but 7 and 8 aren't. 13 is also there. 9 and 13 are on there, but 7 and 8 can't be gotten. I don't want to win no fucking Chocobo race. Should I look kind of funny? That's completely fucking rude and uncalled for. Yeah. We really don't need any details, it's the easiest shit. We want to get that shiny summon materia in the corner there. We have to sit here and watch him leave the fucking room. He's not black. Ramu. It's really stupid how the summons in this game are just sort of sitting in places that aren't relevant. Like, why is Ramu here? Shouldn't he be in somewhere that's more like lightning related? I don't know. Ah, his Chocobo's black? Ah, I get you. Yes, I'm here. Yeah, we know how to fucking ride. If we just leave it on automatic, will we win? No, it's not the best logic I've ever heard. Yeah, this song is fucking terrible, by the way. And what were they thinking with this fucking faux 3D shit? Like, these graphics have aged so badly. It's just polygons. Fucking polygons everywhere. You love this music? Jesus, man. What's wrong with you? I don't know, there's just some really dodgy fucking tracks in this game. I feel like FF8 had a much better soundtrack. Oh, we came last. Holy shit. Don't make me do it again. Ah, I see. So if we lose, she'll give me a better chocobo. It's not that I care about the graphics, like, they look... That was just like, that was it at the time, like, that's what they had to work with, that's what they had. Obviously, looking at it now, it's kind of shit, but, I mean, I'd rather it look like shit than get a remake. I prefer it, natural. Remaking Final Fantasy VII is like getting home one day and finding your wife has gotten breast surgery. Like, they're bigger, but they're not better. But of course, that's an opinion thing. You gotta be kidding me if you think this nightmare of cubes and rainbow fucking gradients looks good. Like, what's this? It looks like it's unfinished. It doesn't look like it's been fucking rendered yet. It's like this is the alpha version. Is that a bad thing? Yes. Natural is better, man. Natural is better, no doubt. Alright, so the second chocobo she gives us is basically good enough to win the thing. And I have the suspicion that she didn't give us a better chocobo, she just made the other chocobos worse. Oh hey, that was easy. And he gives us a car. Shouldn't jump like that on a chocobo. They've got tough backs. Yeah, we'll never be doing chocobos. Oh yeah, we will be, just not for a while, I guess. So we'll leave our party like this until we are able to control it. Okay. So now what we want to do is we want to drive back to Junon. So first we got to go to Costa del Sol. But to do that, we're first going to unequip Barrett's materia. Then we're going to swap him out for Red 13. Who will now use all of these. I wouldn't call it improving the gameplay. It's more like hacking it up into pieces and then completely changing it and repackaging it. Where was the ship again? I think it's this way. What do you mean you wouldn't mind a remake if they only improved the graphics? I thought you couldn't tell the difference between graphics. Thought you didn't care about graphics. That's what we call a contradiction, me mateys. I love how big they make the world feel by doing this. It really feels like I'm going to another continent. Oh, this music. Fuck. It's not really being a stowaway if it was sanctioned. This taxi service thing, it actually takes longer to get to your destination than if you just ran there. So let's just ignore them. Hyrule prisoned Rufus Shinra? The fuck are you on about, man? Wish there was a quicker way to get down. It's not this way. This is the airship. The other room. This parade theme sucks. Three cheers to anyone who knows where I'm going and what I'm doing right now. Anyone have any guesses? How well do you know FF7? You got Submarine? Not yet. Submarine isn't until way later. Disc 2 even. We got that silver armlet, didn't we? So it's slightly better than the Shinra Beater. So we can equip that. No, what we're here for is this cave. Because the dude inside will give us something if we meet certain conditions. Basically what we have to do is we have to make the battle counter end in double digits. Which I'm not sure running away counts. Okay, there we go. 174 times. So now we need to get into 3 more battles, I would assume. Unless running away doesn't count, then we'll have to win 3 battles. And if it's not odd numbers that we need, then we're going to have to fight in another 11 battles after that to get what we want. Which is going to be a pain in the ass, and it's going to level us up a little bit more than I want. But that's okay, I suppose. So that's one. Two. And that's 3. So presumably running away counts towards the total, but we can't be certain of that. But I'm going to have to go to bed soon, so we'll see what we've got here, what kind of result we're looking at. Alright, there we go. So that was another 3 battles, so presumably we'd be at 177. There we go, we got it. Oh my god, it was odds. We got really lucky there with the timing. We only needed 3 more battles to get it. Worst case scenario is you've got to fight 21 battles. So now we'll go all the way back. Which means going through Junon again. Which I'm really sorry about. Oh really, we got a battle on the fucking tile there. Kidding me. We may actually spawn inside Junon at this point. Okay, so now we go upstairs through the elevator again. $10 gil, wow, what a deal. Is he seriously like risking his job and his life? Like, Shinra wouldn't take too kindly to traitors, I'm pretty sure. Like, if they found that one of their guards let us in the elevator, then he would get killed. So I imagine he is like absolutely jeopardizing his own life and safety for 10 gil. He is an absolute fucking trooper. In a metaphorical, figurative, and in a actual sense as well. So does Junon remind anyone else of Vector? It's kind of similar, I guess, if you're like blind. I don't know. Just reminds me of Vector for some reason. I doubt any time would happen to him either. Good night, thanks for coming in. I'm going to end the stream shortly anyway, so it's no problem if you leave now. Okie dokie. So now we just go back to... oh fuck. Now we just go back to where we were, which was down here. And we'll just cross the river over the other side. And after doing that, we now have the piece that we need for Eris's ultimate limit break, which we'll be getting from that house over there, but not until just before the Temple of the Ancients. So she doesn't get to use her ultimate limit break for very long, but that is just how things are, unfortunately, because I'm pretty sure it makes everyone invincible and heals everyone's HP and MP to maximum. So yeah, it is pretty over the top, but there we go. We are now on the new area, and I think we'll call it a night here. So thanks for watching. We got through the Golden Saucer and the Coral Prison, which is a good night's work. And I will see you next time. We're still level 19, which is very impressive. See you then.